Okay, it's getting kind of muddy. Day one has officially started for Avengers Doomsday. We get a shot of Victor Von Doom's chair, which is like literally nothing, but you know, the internet's going to be the top detectives of the world, and they're peeping into the background, and they're looking at the wall behind the chair, and they thinking the X-Men mansion has something to do with it due to similar wooden walls that we associate with X-Men films. I mean, there's a resemblance, to be completely fair. Yeah, fuel to the fire. We already know that Ian McKellar had supposed leaks pertaining to film locations, so there could be a possibility that they are technically in the X-Men mansion for like the first couple of scenes, but only time will tell. Let's look into a FILMMUNITY member, John Campion, to give us further breakdown from these leaks.
Which you can see here. It is, of course, a chair, a continuation of Chair Watch, on set in like the wooden paneling that kind of looks like an X-Mansion, maybe? I don't know. I'm reading a lot into wood paneling on a wall. But again, they just put the name Victor Von Doom right on there. And what did they write? They wrote, day one. The movie is shooting as we speak.
So he's not a Stark variant.
I don't know what he's gonna say, but I still under the concept of they have no connection to Iron Man himself. He might even have his face covered the whole time we see Victor Von Doom. And when we actually see Victor Von Doom's face, it does not look like the Tony Stark that we know. I mean, RDJ does a lot of prosthetic. The most notable film I'm thinking about is when RDJ plays in The Sympathizer, where he played 4 different characters. It had different get-ups for each character. So I do think they might still split it in half. And this is not uncommon from the MCU. I mean, Ebon Moss, the person who's playing the Thing in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie, also played Micro, who is like a Punisher side character. So there's no need to flare up the idea that Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark is somehow connected due to them being played by the same character. It just muddies the waters, but only time will tell.
They're probably very. Here's the thing. I've never liked that terminology because that makes the assumption that Tony Stark, as we know him, is the base model and all these other things.
True.
I contend that Tony Stark, as we knew him, is a variant of Victor Von Doom.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. And no need to click the next video. Stick around. I'm gonna talk about this secret storyline that a lot of people missed out in regards to Avengers Doomsday. You know, I didn't even pick this up, but this little YouTube short had me thinking. Avengers Doomsday is the brothers reuniting. How would this play out? Because last time Thor seen Loki is when Thanos was hugging him too tight. So I think he gonna be kind of very touched in his heart to see his brother back from the dead. But how things altered after this moment is not what I expected as a consumer of the MCU. Thor 4 was not what I expected. And it left that character in an odd place where he's more of a joke than some serious northern god, which is what he was based to be. The only redeeming thing about Thor 4 is the fact that he is now responsible of raising love. So clearly Thor might be in a very powerful role due to him being so connected to an entity that's so omnipotent in the MCU.
He embarked on a new journey because he had found something to live for.
No, you're not.
Go to hell, Steven!
Yeah. Now, that's the comedy aspect of it, but they can actually do something very interesting with that character. And her name is actually Love. She's Gorge the God Butcher's daughter. And I don't know her real power set. I know in real life that's his daughter, but will they use that character Love as an entity in the MCU? Only time will tell. She does have powers to the degree, and she might be a nice little placement as like a young Thor-ish character if they ever try to pivot to a young Avengers. And on the other end, Loki became such a serious, grounded character. It's like they kind of reversed, but when Thor got funny, he got silly. But regardless, I do want to see their connection. I do think there's a lot of room. Hopefully we can get a Loki season 3 out of this. And if they timed it right, oh, that jump would have been amazing if they did a Loki season 3 in between Avengers Doomsday to Avengers Secret War, like, I think the whole world would have subscribed to Disney Plus. I don't know how much room they will have to tell all of these stories because the main attraction is Robert Downey Jr.'s reappearance as Dr. Doom. But as a caveat, when, movies film, they gotta file under a production company, and this filed under the name For All Time Production UK, aka a TVA wink to a nod. Something in my gut feeling, and I made a video about it, that Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom might be on the same team as Loki. So it makes the reunion feel bittersweet because they still are at odds because they don't agree. I just wish they was like hand in hand a little bit. And for sure at one point in the movie they will go hand in hand. But comment down below, tell me what you think. Do you think these brothers will be on the same page, or they're to be at odds forever?
No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!